All right. As it says, 13 more days. Six watching. Hello. Hello. KB Smith. Cool. How are you today? Hello, Stray. Yeah, he gets the new electric chair. He gets a new chair in San Quentin. He sure does. Come on up, Stray. Talk to me. Oh, wait a minute. No, he ain't gonna make her. Not gonna make her. So how's your new house, Stray? Hello, Homers. You betcha. I'm hoping. I was going to title this 2 weeks, but I realized it's only got 13 days. Hello, John John. Hey, yo. Did you work today, John John? Off today. Good deal. It's always nice to have day off. Hello, Robert. Hello, Dean Machine. I don't really want this to be a politic deal today. Trying to figure out linking my. Uh, I don't know what you're trying to do with PayPal, Homer. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Robert. Hello, Tim's World. The only thing I can tell you, Homer, is Google it, how to do it. Tim Holmes. All right. I'm a supporter. 713. You're coming along. Yeah, they'll get it fixed. Take the stitches out and dump a little alcohol on it. Should be good to go. How many stitches did you have? Man, this guy that did mine, he only made one incision and had one stitch. That's right, Tim. No, he made one incision and did both of them out of the same incision. Does anyone know anything about a fire stick for your television? I ordered one yesterday. I don't know how it'll work out. I already had the Roku. Well, I ordered one, Stray. I talked to a guy yesterday, and he said that you could get a lot of stuff free on Fire Stick versus Roku. Okay, I have Roku and it works good, but I was under the impression I could get Netflix for free on Fire Stick. But I've been doing some checking. If you jailbreak it, okay. Well, he sent me a link to a guy how to download it and everything, but I haven't got it yet, so I don't know. I haven't tried anything yet. Supposed to have it the end of the month from Amazon. So, Stray, what do you mean by jailbreak it? $40. I'd like to be able to get rid of the Netflix. I mean, it's only $9, but if I can watch movies without it, But you still have to have your internet. But he was telling me I could get rid of my TV, the the TV part, but I can't because we got so many TVs, and it wouldn't save me that much money. Going down 10, you need Wi-Fi. Yeah. Yeah, you could get it for $29 or say 30, but it doesn't have the voice activated. The guy told me for 10 more dollars you can just tell it to go to a channel or something. Oh, I watched a lot of stuff on Netflix, Tim. I watched a real good show the other day, but I can't remember what the name of it was. Well, he gave me an app or a channel name, and they tell you to use downloader, and then I'll have to watch it 2 or 3 times before I actually try it. So if you don't jailbreak it, you have to pay for it. It said you could plug it in and say downloader, and it'd come up, and then you download it. Couldn't they charge you with theft of service? I don't know. Okay, when I get it, Stray, you figure out how I'm supposed to jailbreak it. I'll give you a phone call so I don't mess it up. I hope she does well too, Homer. Hello, Rhonda. Pam made some potato soup today. Boy, it was delicious. I'm doing good. I got my belly full. We slept in until 8:30 this morning. Went out, got in the hot tub, and then it went to raining. You're already wet, but it's cold, you know. Can you guys hear that TV? Is it too loud? Okay, good. All right, good deal. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. I need all the help I can get. I got 10 watching and 6 thumbs up. I put up a video yesterday and I got to looking and I actually downloaded it from a YouTube app and I thought, oh, I better get rid of that. So I deleted it. You're beyond help. Okay. But I still got the point across. But I seen this video on uh, Facebook Pam had playing, and I typed it in YouTube and come up with it. Yeah, he did, but it's gone. He did, Tim, but it's gone. Jeff Daniels was singing it. Then I got to looking at YouTube. I typed it in and I come up with, I guess it was one that I stole it from. I thought, oh, I better get rid of that. And get a copyright. Don't want that. Nope. Don't want a copyright. I think if you take it off the news, it's okay. But if you take it from a YouTuber, maybe you can use part of it and get by with it. But I used the whole thing. Wasn't right, so I took it down. Nobody called me on it yet, so. But it's down now, so that I don't think there's anything you can do about it. Yep, I did. Hey, looky here. I don't know who this guy is.
Who is he?
Get up here, Chris.
How's it going, Kim? Let's see here. Turn this a little
You
bit.
wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
What's that?
You said, how's it going? I said, you wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Well,
Great.
tell me. Tell me.
Great. Great.
I don't believe you. Hello, Rhonda, Brian. Let's see here, Tim. Anybody else that I'm missing? Oh, I can't stay very long. I just got done eating my breakfast and going to have one more cup of coffee before I go fire up the mill.
There you go.
Mm.
I hadn't watched your sawmill one yet, but I will.
Yeah, it's. I didn't do any cutting on that video, but just a little bit of talking and stuff.
Hey, there's Brian.
Brian, the thumbs up or thumbs down, it actually means absolutely nothing. Well, it does mean something, but whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, YouTube reads it all the same. It's just activity. They don't read it. YouTube does not read it as a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They just read it as activity. So actually giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down does help your channel. Now, I will say that the part where we go through there trolling, that is kind of like trolling when you go on through there and you hop in with the channel, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then you hop to the next channel. Just they take all those away. When you do that, they end up taking. They took all those away. That doesn't harm or hurt your channel. It's not good or bad for your channel either way. It doesn't matter.
Well, the thumbs down to me just shows traffic.
Yep. It's activity, and that's what YouTube wants. That means they got a reaction. If you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it means that they got a reaction based off of something that you said or the type of content or whatever. And YouTube likes interaction. And thumbs up is the same as a comment. It's like having a comment. It's interaction with on YouTube, and that's what they're looking for. Oh, that's up to you, Brian. I'm not going to promote it one way or the other on Kim's channel.
Well, thumbs up, Brian.
He wants thumbs up. Give him thumbs up.
I give you thumbs up. Hey, did you hear this deal? I don't understand it. Something about Google. They're I really didn't.
Yeah, they're being sued.
They're being sued. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to affect YouTube or?
I don't think so. I mean,
Because
it will to some extent, yes.
you got to have Google to make it work good. I mean, you could use
Well,
Firefox.
well, Google owns YouTube, um, and it won't affect as far as that part of it is being. I don't think it will affect that you'll be able to watch or from any other platform, which you can right now. You can watch from any platform that you want on YouTube. But I think it will still stay the same that in order to operate your YouTube account, everything will have to be going through the Google, which I don't think. No, what they're talking about is the monopoly that YouTube has on everything else. That the monopoly with the phone companies, with these phone companies and stuff. That's what the lawsuit's mainly about is with your cell phone, um, and internet. I mean, it just they have a monopoly that they get it for free through the Windows. I don't know the whole detail on it, but it makes it harder for smaller companies to break in.
Well, I guess I'll just use what we're doing until it don't work anymore.
Oh, Google won't stop working for you. They're just supposed to make it easier for people to use other search engines.
Yeah, I want it free too, Tim.
And you'll continue getting it for free. That part's not going to change. What they're trying to do is Google has it basically wrapped up to where search engines don't work. With for whatever reason with other they make it more complicated for other search engines to work. Because of the contracts that Google has, and they're trying to change that. I haven't watched them yet, Robert. I got to check into that.
Well, Rhonda, the ads is where we get paid.
Oh, you still get paid from her.
Oh, okay.
She buys her YouTube to be ad free, and then when she watches the video, you can tell. Let me see if I can bring up my analytics here, and I'll do a screen share and I'll show you. Um, let's see here.
Are you getting rain, Grizz?
No, it's sunny today. I mean, there's some clouds out, but it's
We
pretty.
had a little bit of rain this morning. Okay, let's see what Robert's talking about here. Or no, I mean Brian.
Okay, I'm going to do a screen share.
Oh man. Oh wait a minute.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Oh my God. You need to check out Brian's link there about a bow saw.
Oh yeah, I know. I've already seen that. That's what we were talking about. I haven't watched the video yet on them, but yeah, I'm going to be watching that later on this evening.
So it's doing a good job, but you think that's better than a regular chainsaw?
Well, it depends on what. I guess from what I understand, that was invented for cutting brush, for clearing brush. And a regular chainsaw is always, when you're trying to cut out a bunch of blackberries and viney maples and different stuff, all the thin stuff, they throw chains a lot, and I think that's designed that way so it doesn't throw the chain as much. I don't know. I'm just assuming that was That was what it was.
Okay, I'm back if you want to.
Okay.
I'll bring it up.
Let's see here. Okay, there it is.
Okay. So I put it full screen.
Okay, and then I'm going to scroll down here, and I'll if you want, I'll show you how to get here. But this is here where you tell. I gotta move this here. Just get that out of the way. Okay, my regular ad for the month is $82.43 is what I've earned from people watching the revenues. But see down here where it says your YouTube premium revenue, I've made 93 cents.
All right.
From YouTube. That's people like her that watch the video that pay for to have it ad free. They pay you, a portion that way. Now most people don't have the ad free the free deal, so that's why this is a lot higher. But you still do get paid from those that have that pay for it. That's the money that you get there. But not very many people pay to have ad free. And in order to get here, let's see here. Let me back up a little bit here. Let me back up one more. Come on. Okay. You go to your Channeletics, click Analytics over here. Then you come over here. You click over here where it says your estimated revenue. No, click on revenue up here rather. Click on that. And this is actually showing a different, okay, revenue source. This is another way you can look at it. Here it is, your revenue source down here. And then you click on see more and you get more of a breakdown.
The only thing I look at is I check my watch hours because I'm not that far above 4,000.
Well, what I look at when I release a video and I try to watch it for 3 or 4 days, it's right here at the homepage. When you open it on up, this is the last video. And I like to keep an eye on this here. It tells me my impression click rate through rate, which is really low for my channel. It's 3.2 on that video. So that's really low. I need to reconsider my thumbnails or the titling or something that I'm doing. I'm not getting a very good click-through rate on that. I like to be around 4.5 to 5% on that. And then my average view duration is six minutes. That's kind of what I kind of chase down. To tell me whether that this type of stuff tells me if I need to do something different with my titles, if I need to do something with my thumbnail differently. I get an idea from that. I click the video analytics or look at over here, and it will be another day before it shows actually the drop off point. This still here. I'll show you a graph on that here in just a second. But I mean, on this video, I have almost a 51% watch through rate, percentage ratio. But here, let me show you the nice part about this here. If you're trying to improve your videos, the nice thing about some of the stuff is, let me go down here to this one here, and it's not going to be very good either. But I'll go to analytics on that video, and then okay, here's the watch through ratio. And, the watch through ratio is 34.5%. Most of y'all didn't watch it all the way through, or only 34% of you watched it all the way through, basically. And this here line is showing where when people clicked on it in the first, in the first 30 seconds or 35 seconds, I lost 65%. That's telling me that my first 35% of my intro of my video that I did, people weren't interested in it. They just dropped on out. They clicked on it and said, no, this isn't what I want. So I got to kind of look at that. And then between there and say here, 5 minutes into the video, I'd already lost another, I was down to like 34%. And then these lines up and down, that's showing where people are jumping forward to different parts. They're skipping ahead. The larger percentage of the people jump forward to this portion here. Then it dropped off again from here, from 39% down to 27%. But you can learn stuff from that, and it kind of tells you you can actually watch it play on through. Let's see here. If I click see more on this here, if you really want to get technical on it, see now I can play the video on through. I play the video on through, and I can see exactly. I can hear what's talking, show what it's seeing, and at the same time, this line is playing on through and showing me what people are doing as it's playing on through. And that way, you can tell what people like and what they don't like, what they get bored with. And that probably just bored everybody half to tears with that information.
Oh, I understand what you're saying, but I just try to keep track of my hours, and that's it. And
yeah. Well, Kim, Kim, I agree with you. You know, forget about all that stuff. The only thing that I would kind of keep a track on is your click through rate, and use different types of thumbnails and experiment with that to see if you actually have better click through rate with other thumbnails. You know, leave your videos what you do that way. Leave that all alone. Just keep on doing what you're doing there. I mean, that's what your channel is about. But your thumbnails, you could experiment around and see what does better for to increase your click through rate.
That's right, Brian. It went from 10 to 7 with the illustrations.
Yep.
They get bored with it, Grizz.
Yeah, they did.
But I see what you're talking about.
See, Robert, that goes to show you what Brian knows about cutting firewood, huh?
Well, you know, I feel the same way about garden. Just like the radishes. I can go buy a whole bag of radishes that's already been cleaned up pretty much, you know, for under $2. And I can go back tomorrow and get another bag, you know, and it takes forever to grow them, you know, out there in the hot sun and what have you. No, thank you. Not no more.
Brian, should I tell him about them California farmers? He might not ever eat anything from a store again, at least not fresh produce.
Well, the produce that I get probably comes from China.
Oh, that'd be even worse.
Pretty good though.
And when I lived down there in that the San Joaquin Valley, when I was down in that area, so often I'd see the well, I'm not going to be racist for me to declare the nationality that was on out there doing this, but they're working out in the fields and they'd have these big old baskets of tomatoes, you know, the big old pallets or whatever, or big old pallets of onions or big old pallets of cabbage, you know, I mean, just whatever they was growing during the season. And there'd be all these field workers on out there, and then all of a sudden you see a couple of them go on over there and they start pissing on the vegetables, pissing all over the top of it. They'd be yelling, "Ha ha ha! Take that, gringos!" You know, they're pissing on that stuff. All you guys, always watch your produce.
Season.
Yeah.
As long as I don't see it, don't bother me. That's just like Chinese restaurant. If you went back in the kitchen, you probably would never eat there again.
Look in their trash when you see all the cat pellets and stuff like that back there.
Yeah, probably.
It happens all the time, Brian. It does. And when they catch them, yeah, they do fire them, but they're still doing it. Brian, when you're cutting trees, when he goes camping and he's not cutting live trees because that stuff you can't burn with a blowtorch. Yep, that's right, Robert. See, Brian's a city slicker. He don't understand that. Green trees don't burn with a hoot. They got to sit for a year at least. Now, city slickers would go on out there and cut a live tree on down and wonder why it wouldn't burn.
Well, it'll burn, but it'll put a lot of sap in your flue. That's
A
where
lot of sap, yeah.
that's
You
where
can get you can get green pine to burn. It has a lot of pitch, but it's not very good. It don't burn very good.
yeah, it'll that's the way you'll get a flue fire if you're not careful.
Yep. And it's going to be smoky as hell too. The fire is. The Chinese lady was in the walk in peeling potatoes. We had a Chinese place that was shut down because the Chinese lady was in the walk in peeling potatoes. I don't understand that. Unless the walk was gigantic. Oh, I'm very familiar with the pine. It's not, it does not make good firewood. I would not burn it green. I would still want it dry. It's lousy firewood. And it's the pitch that's burning, not the wood. Yeah, pine smolders when it's wet. Man, that had to have been a big walk. Oh, the walk-in cooler filling potatoes. She was also taking a crap. Oh, that's nasty. You had to explain that, didn't you, Tim?
You asked for it.
I sure did.
Now I don't know how it would work, but Pam was making potato soup, and I told her, I said, there's an easier way to do them potatoes. So I looked on YouTube, and you boil the potatoes, and then you put them in cold water, and then you just pick them up and just kind of wring them, and the peels come off of them. They say. Have you tried that, Chris?
You
Anybody?
do what now? You do what now?
You boil the potatoes. They're whole. They got the skins and everything. Then you take the potatoes and put them in cold water for a few minutes, and then you just kind of wring them, and the skins come off of the potatoes.
No, I've never done exactly like that, but the potatoes after they've been boiled, they feel nasty to the hands.
Well, you can wash your hands.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
If I was going to peel my potatoes, I always peeled them before I boiled them.
Well, that's what she did, but it looks like to me it'd be easy. It's just like boiling the eggs. Put them in the pressure cooker for 7 minutes and put them in cold water and boil. That shell just comes right off there. You don't have to stand there and peel it. You just crack it and the shell comes right off the egg.
Well, that's what our eggs do too. I mean, just crack it, peels right off.
Well, not if you boil them.
Yeah, we boil them. We boil them, we crack it, and then it just one half peels off. Then you pop the other half off.
Okay. I never did have much luck. It tear up the egg.
I've had eggs where it does do that, but I think that's in the egg itself. But generally, just the egg falls on out for us. At least for my wife. When my wife does it, when I do it, I get something wrong, and it's like what you're describing. But when my wife does it, they just pop right on out. Lunch is over later, Brian.
I have an Instapot, and you put the rack. The eggs are not in the water, but you got to put water in the Instapot to make the steam. And you just set it for 7 minutes. When it comes to pressure, take them out, put them in the sink in cold water, and start cracking them, and the peel comes right off of them. I seen in your video, Tammy had to really pick at them. Maybe not all of them, but that one egg, she was kind of picking in it. It wouldn't just come off in pieces, or the whole piece. It come off in little pieces. But it doesn't matter if you do 2 eggs or if you do 10 eggs. It takes 7 minutes. Yep. The one gave her a fit. But when you crack it, once you get past that little skin between the shell and the egg, man, it just peels right off. Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube. 7 minutes. That way, when you do it 7 minutes, then you know the yolk is done.
Now, can you do a soft boiled egg that way? Do they have how long does it take to do it? Like if you want a soft boiled?
Probably 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know. I wouldn't want a soft boiled egg.
I mean, well, sometimes I like to, if I want to have for breakfast, I like putting soft boiled eggs on my toast. Soft boiled egg and some turkey bacon, salt and pepper.
Yeah, our dog said he boils them for a minute and then lets them cool, but I'm too late. I want them done now.
I disagree, Tim. I totally disagree with you. Iron Dog does not need to hear this. Iron Dog needs to stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah, turkey ain't bacon.
I know, and I'm not overly fond of turkey bacon. I really like beef bacon as my preference. I just don't eat pig meat. And I know real bacon tastes a lot better than turkey bacon, but I don't eat it. Tim's agreeing with me. He needs to stay out of the kitchen.
But I got the Faberware instead of the Instapot, and it come with a wire, kind of a wire stand. Well, your stuff, your food and stuff will fall down in there. And I found these grates. It's like a circle with a whole bunch of holes in it, and you can put your chicken and what have you. It won't fall down in the water.
Yeah.
So it's like two pieces, and you just place your egg in there and turn it on. I just put everything on number 5. Go ahead.
I was giving my thumbs up to Tim. Yeah, please forward me that cookbook.
There you go.
Oh, wait, whoa, no, never mind. He said his cookbook. If he's talking about Iron Dog's cookbook, never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. I will ban you from my channel for the rest of my life.
Yeah, Robert, I bought these. It's like a flat piece of metal that has holes in it, sets right inside the Instapot or the Faberware pot.
You know, Iron Dog, I did learn one deal about that my wife and daughter really love it. You know, we do. I love breakfast tacos, but I prefer mine doing my way. But his way is pretty cool too, where you fry up the you fry up the egg in a pan just right size for your tortilla, and you lay it on there. You pop it on out and just fold it right in half. It really does turn out pretty good that way. And we did learn that from Iron Dog, and it was pretty good. Don't worry, he doesn't have your address.
But Robert, if you buy one, make sure you measure the circle so you don't get it too big or too small for your pot.
Now my wife has a pot in here that has 2 racks that drop inside. Now it's not an Instapot; it's just regular cooking pot. You know, put some water in it, water, whatever at the bottom. It's a steamer, but it has two different baskets. You can put one thing in one basket and something else in the other basket, so they're completely separate and steam cook 2 different things at once. I'm wondering about steam cooking the eggs that way, and see. I wonder how that would turn on out.
That I don't know. It may work. Let me show Robert what I'm talking about.
I would because steam is hotter than boiling water. You know, water will only reach a temperature of 212, and I think the steam up above it would be higher than that, I would think. Anybody got any thoughts on that? Is the steam a higher temperature than the water is? My wife wants to get one of those Instapots, but I keep on telling her we gotta wait until we got the kitchen completely redone where we got a place to put that stuff.
I'll be right back. I got to take a pause for the calls.
Okay.
All right. Did you miss me?
I wasn't shooting at you.
Okay. All right. This this is for Robert's benefit or whoever wants to see it. Okay, this is for
Go
full
full screen.
huh?
Go
Oh,
full screen.
okay, got you. Okay, that's all it came with the, and I think it's a 4-quart. Okay, and then I didn't like it because if you put chicken or whatever, it falls down through it. So I got online and I found this, and it sits perfect on top of that grate like this. And it holds your food up out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, you have to watch what size you get. This one here is a little under 8 inches. It's 7 7/8. I know you ain't gonna be able to read that. 7 7/8 diameter. So that year that I bought it, I bought my sister a pot like mine. I said, "You need this," because she does all kinds of cooking. You need this. So when I bought this grate, I found it, and I don't know. I'm sure I got it through Amazon, but I just typed in search, So when I found it, I bought 2 of them because I thought, well, hell, she's got to have one of them too. And they wasn't very expensive, and it works great.
You know what that is? You know what that second piece is that you got there?
This one?
Yeah. You know what that's for?
Yeah, for that Instapot.
What it's for actually is for a pressure cooker that sets and keeps the jars lifted up out of the water.
Right.
Off the bottom. So when you put you put that in the bottom of the pot. It was what it's designed for, and I understand what you're using for. But you put that in the bottom of your pan for water bath canning or pressure canning. You put that in the bottom of the can. You put an inch of water in there. You set your jars on in there, and then most of your jars are sitting out, and that's how you pressure can. But that keeps it lifted up, the jars up. It's worth lifting the jars up. I'm sure it works great for what you're doing for, but that's what that's for. Goes in the bottom of a pressure canner.
I want a little more water. I've got a glass in there. It's about 12 ounces. And I put 12 ounces of water. I used to use beer, and I thought, well, I can't tell the difference in the taste. And you're just wasting the beer. So I thought, well, heck, I'll just use water. And it worked fine.
I'm the same way. I've done the drunken chicken where you put a beer can in the chicken, you cook it cook it over the fire that way. I've done all that, and I don't see. I mean, you can just put water in there in that can instead of beer. All it's doing is putting the moisture in it so it don't dry it out.
Okay, Robert says, what do you search for? I don't remember.
Well, Robert, that's the rack for a pressure canner.
Yeah. I don't remember what I searched for to find it.
Whatever, Stray. Let's see here. Let me do this here. Yep, I just type in racks for pressure canners. There's a rack in there on Amazon for $9.48.
Okay, does it tell you how big around it is?
No, I was just going off of this one here. I'm just saying what I typed on in. Then you'd have to go in and get the right size one that you want.
Okay, so like I said, the one that has holes in it is 7 7/8. The wire rack that came with it is 6 1/8. 6 1/8. So you want it a little bit bigger than that, but you want it to be able to go down in the pot. And I think the one I have is 4 quart.
Yeah, just Robert, just type in 7 inch pressure canner rack. It's $9.48 here. Here, I'll show you the link for it.
Sure.
Here. I'm assuming I'm not verifying that this is 7 inches, but when I typed in 7 inch, this is what it came up with. You'd want to verify this before you ordered it. Up, but can't do it. It's more than 300 characters long, and Sandra was telling me how to do it. Yeah, let me do this here. Let me just let's see here. Now I got to delete these 400 character link that I put on in there.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to.
There's a way to do it. Sandra was telling me, and I got to learn that one of these days. Oh, that link's too big too.
Well, Robert can do it.
Yeah, he just did. All I did was type in 7 inch racks for a pressure canner,
I
and it
think
gives you several different options. And the very first one looks exactly like the one that you showed us.
Okay. Robert said he'll find it, but I like it because I can put my chicken parts in there, or baked potato, or my beef. Like a lot of times she'll buy a pork loin, anything. You put that on top of that, and it don't fall down in your water. I don't like cook stuff like that in the water. It makes it all mushy.
Yeah. Well, that's the purpose of the Instant Pot, is to keep it out of the water.
Right. But they should give you a rack that don't have so many, you know.
Well, it's like Jerry said though, that rack is made to put a pan on top of it.
Okay, yeah.
That's to keep the pan out of the water.
But
And
anyhow,
you know what? You might want to try that with your chicken next time. Come to think about it, Kim, is if you had a pan that you could set the chicken on in, that way the drippings wouldn't drip down in the water. It keep it, like if you wanted to make gravy out of it or something. If you were interested in saving the drippings and keeping them separate from the water.
no. When you cook chicken and stuff like that, you actually want the drippings to come away from the meat, but keep it out of the water. Keep the meat out of the water, and you get rid of the fat.
Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't want to keep the drippings for like a broth.
No, I wouldn't.
I think if it was me, I'd maybe even consider using that rack like what you got and put that rack in a pan itself. So you put it and it would keep it out of the drippings, but the drippings would drip free. Then you still have the drippings that you could can up into a broth for making chicken broth soup or something.
Instead of KF water. What's KF water?
I think you meant it's supposed to be OF water instead of water.
Okay.
But yeah, I think if you was to collect that broth there, Kim, and then if you just dump that broth into like an ice cube tray, stick it in the freezer, and when you go to make a soup, you drop an ice cube of the broth on in.
That sounds good, Robert. Meatloaf, mashed taters, and corn.
Yeah, it does sound good. Dripping for the gravy. There you go, Stray. Yep.
Yep, keep from cooking, Tim. Now I'll tell you what, I love the chicken thighs. Pam will buy a whole uh, thing of chicken thighs, and she'll take baggies and put like 2 in each baggie, and then we'll freeze them. And then when you want, you know, you don't even have to thaw them out. You just take them out of the bag and put them on top of that metal rack. Put both of these in there. Put your water in the bottom. Put your chicken thighs on top of that metal rack. Put your sweet potatoes or potatoes in there. Run her for 50 minutes. You don't have to thaw the chicken out. It's done. It falls apart. I love it.
Good. I'll tell you what. What you want to know what I had for dinner last night? My wife came home Monday with a stir fry package from the fair share giveaway, food giveaway bank, the food bank basically. It was all fresh vegetables, all mixed together for making stir fries. Well, I mixed that. I cooked up a stir fry. I made one with just the stir fry, just the vegetables and stuff. And then I took out the other skillet and I took out a package of venison, sliced that on up,
Oh boy.
fried that on up, and boy, I had stir fry vegetables on a nice bed of rice and a bunch of venison on there. And oh man, it was delicious.
Well, Brandon Rice, you must have been in here before because I'm a supporter of yours. But welcome. We had vegetable soup last night. She put lots and lots of hamburger and vegetables, and I don't know what all she put in there, but it was good.
Yeah.
Then today at noon we had potato soup.
Oh, that sounds like that'd be interesting, Stray. I'll have to think about that one of these days. Give that a try. I'll bet you that would turn out really good. Put barbecue chips on in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just can't beat a good old venison stir fry with some vegetables on a bed of rice.
See
Sprinkle a
now,
little
I,
bit of soy sauce on there. A
I
whole
would
lot of
do
rooster
that,
sauce.
Chris, but see, I don't think Pam would. She don't like, and she don't like vegetable soup because everything's touching.
Huh. Taco meatloaf. Was it? They put Dorito chips on in the meatloaf there, Brandon? You got a point, Robert. You got a point, but I'll tell you what, that venison sure came on close to it.
As long as it don't say meow.
Oh, if it says meow when you stick a fork in it, you're having sushi chicken.
Boy, I did a number there yesterday. I didn't hurt it too bad, but I'll show you this so you know what I'm talking about. I got this garage door opener button.
Yeah.
I carry in my pocket. I don't know if you can see it. It's got 3 buttons. Okay. I go out, I open the garage door, get in the car, go to back out, and somehow I punched this button and it came down. It hit the back glass. Of course, the door went back up, but I bent it.
Bit the garage door.
Bent the garage door.
Can you straighten it out with the front bumper driving into it? Set the garage door at the right height and.
No, I got hold of it by hand, and it's noticeable, but it's okay.
I have a feeling it was, Robert. If the car was in the garage, it was the caddy, wasn't it?
Yep, I was in the caddy, but it hit
the glass, so it didn't hurt nothing on the caddy.
Yeah, it hit the glass because it was up, and I started backing up, and I was watching the screen because it has a backup camera.
Yeah.
But the garage door is too high. I didn't see it. And then I heard a noise. So I pulled straight forward again, and the door went back up. Well, it's too late. I done bent it a little bit. But anyhow, I got it and pulled it out. Had a file, took a hammer and hammered the dent out a little bit. Still works. And the bad part of it is you wouldn't be able to buy just that one panel because they change them every year, you know. Yep, you're right, Stray. I just now read that. Everything touches going in and coming out. Exactly.
I hope you got good eyesight, because squinting up close to those working with that set of whiskers could be problematic. Just reading some of the comments on on a video that I put a while back. I hope you got good eyesight. Don't worry you get too close to that blade, squinting, looking at it.
Brandon Rice, I think that's his name. I wouldn't want anything hot in my meatloaf.
Yeah, but taco seasoning isn't hot. It's just a seasoning.
Yeah, I know. It's hot.
No, I don't think they put any pepper in there.
I don't like it. We've got a little tavern straight down the street here. I don't know if they're serving inside or not yet. But we go down there and get tacos at the drive-up window.
Yeah.
And they give us this little container of green jalapenos ground up. Oh my God, you talk about hot.
Yeah, but that's jalapenos, and they're not very hot, but they are. But no, taco seasoning, you could eat taco seasoning. Yeah. Temperature wise, there's no heat to taco seasoning.
But I wouldn't want to. Years and years ago, a guy I worked with, he was my foreman at the time. He said, let's go down to Sid's and have some tacos one night. Okay. So they brought the tacos and they had this little bowl of this green stuff, you know. And boy, he opened his up, he grabbed that spoon and he laced that taco with that stuff, you know. He slid that bowl over to me. He says, here, Would you like some relish? I thought, oh my God, he thinks that's relish. I hurried up and drank a little bit of my beer and filled my mug up because I knew what was going to happen. He said, taco or uh, relish my ass. He said, that shit's hot. I, I thought, well, I thought you knew what you were doing, you know. I didn't.
Yeah, several years ago, I was helping my dad around the farm. Yeah, my mom went down and got some Chinese takeout, for our lunch, and she comes on back home and she hollers at us. So I go in the house and I beat my dad in the kitchen, of course. First of all, I dished myself up. Mom says, "Well, there's some sweet and sour sauce there too." Yeah, so she had me the sweet and sour sauce. And I looked at it and I like, sweet and sour sauce. This is a white cream sauce. I've never seen white white sweet and sour sauce. What the hell? I slapped a bunch of that on my food, took a bite of it. It was horseradish, and it was hot.
Oh,
So then, my dad, now, when it comes to hot foods, my dad won't even eat ketchup because it's too hot for him. I mean, ketchup he won't eat it. It's too hot, and they don't put nothing hot in ketchup, but it's still too hot for him. He won't eat it. I told my dad, I said, "Man, you got to try that sweet and sour sauce, man. It is delicious." I smothered my food with it. He went and took a bite. And typically, my dad would have beat me half to death, for pulling a prank like that on him. But it was so hot, all he could do was give me a quick, dirty look and run to the kitchen sink.
in the cafeteria at school, and kids would always take the salt lid off and just
Yeah.
enough threads to hold it. So you dump all that salt on your food.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
We've done that at restaurants.
oh my God.
Well, I'm going to have to get off here, Kim. I got to go start my day. I got to go fire up that sawmill and get to cutting some boards. We'll catch y'all later.
Okay, Grizz, thank you for coming by. I'm not going to stay on here very much longer either.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah, we used to grow horseradish out home, Tim. And one time, Dad dug it all up. Me and my sister, we ground it up. Oh my God. Bring tears to your eyes, just grind it up. No, I don't want stuff hot. That horseradish, boy, you take a bite of it, it'll clear your nose. Yeah, you need one. On sushi. Okay. So from now on with the garage door deal, when I open the garage door, I'm going to have to keep this out of my pocket because I've done that before, but caught it. I looked in the mirror and seen it coming down. But this time I didn't see it. If I had been looking in my mirror instead of my camera, I might have caught it. butter, and horseradish. I'll go with everything except the horseradish, Tim. So now, Tim, do you live in Pennsylvania or in Rehoboth Beach? Because I knew that you said uh, you live in Pennsylvania. I thought Miracle Whip and horseradish. Oh no, you're in on an address deal. No, I don't care. I just wondered where you lived because I thought you said Pennsylvania. I don't care about your address, just the state, Pennsylvania or Delaware. I've been to both. That's good, Tim. So, Tim, do you have the Fire Stick and the Roku? I've got the Roku stick. I bought it because I couldn't watch Netflix in the bedroom with the TV that we have. Yes, I don't use the Fire Stick. Okay. Um, this this guy came. He was a pest control guy, and he gave me this link to look up to unlock it. He said. So when I get back here with it, okay. Yes, I don't use the Fire Stick. I'm too dumb to set the Fire Stick up. Well, you might look at this video. Here's a link to the video on how to download it. And I haven't tried it. Naturally, I don't have the Fire Stick yet. I ordered it from Amazon. I'm going to try it. He said that if you have internet, you don't need TV. But I've got a bundle with the TV, the phone, and the internet, and it's expensive as heck. So, I can afford another $40. So you gotta download, and I don't know. You're gonna have to tell it to link to your Wi-Fi some point in time, but he doesn't explain that. All right, check that video out, and then when you watch that video, at the end of your videos, you have other videos pop up, you might have another option that you like better. But it's all kind of mud to me yet. So, okay, Brandon, you have a Fire Stick. Do you have to unlock it? Is that what they're talking about it? Stray was talking about jailbreak to get, so you can get more channels. And supposedly this link that I gave to you will do that for you. But you have to plug the stick in and then plug it in for power. And then you can use the remote control. And the one that I've got is supposed to be voice activated for $39. You might as well say $40. So we'll see how that works. Colleen White Owl, hello. You love my cap. Thank you, Colleen. 13 more days. Let me check your channel out there. I am a supporter. Okay. Let me post a link in here so people can check you out. There's a link for Colleen's channel. She does diamond painting. Good deal. Anyhow, check it out. Yeah, it has an Alex on it. Yep. My Roku has a voice activated too, but I don't use it. And the only thing I use it for, the Roku, is for Netflix. And he led me to believe if I had the Fire Stick, I didn't have to pay for Netflix. But I've done a little research, and it says I do. So, but the Roku, I could still watch YouTube on it if I didn't use it for Netflix. I got so many gadgets, I don't know how to work them all. Well, you know, Tim, if you've already got it, you might as well play with it. And I'm talking about the Fire Stick. You might as well play around with it and see what it does. But the way he was explaining it to me, you could watch all kinds of TV channels. you can watch TV channels with no commercials. That's what kind of sold it for me. I'm still not going to get rid of my cable to the TV. You just have rabbit ears. When we lived out home, we had 10, 2, and 7. And there still wasn't nothing on. Now we got 80-some channels. Still nothing on. Okay, you sent me an email. Good deal. Okay, Tim. You're safe with me. $14 channels. No, they tell me, Brandon, it's different. Roku's got Netflix, Hulu. There's a whole list of stuff on there. But the only thing I ever watch is once in a great while I'll watch YouTube. Welcome back. You just have to jailbreak it. Okay, you guys are going to have to explain that jailbreak to me for the Fire Stick. Old movies, yeah. Now, I'd like to get rid of the Netflix because I don't feel like I'm watching it enough for $9 a month. The only thing I would miss is sometimes I watch Netflix on the computer. That gets the movies before they come out. Cool. So I've got to figure out, I don't have a smartphone. I've got to figure out how to get the app on my computer so that I can watch the same thing, Fire Stick, as I do on TV. I don't know if that's possible. I went to the store, the app store on Windows 10. You got to buy it. And it'll tell you how. Okay, Jerry. So can I watch the Fire Stick if I get the app? Can I do it on the computer? If it works out, I might buy two, but I just bought one for now. Okay. I would have to buy another Fire Stick for the computer. I don't know if this monitor has an HDMI cable plug-in or whatever it is. The TVs do. I don't know about this monitor that I have here. Did you buy at Walmart or Amazon? Because if you bought it at Walmart, it can't be jail. Okay, I bought it from Amazon. Okay, Colleen, thank you for coming by. You're good. Okay. Oh,
Hello?
I bought the jailbreaking is just putting different links into apps. Okay. I bought the one that's $39. You might as well say $40. They got one cheaper, but the guy told me it's not voice activated. He said for $10 more you can get the voice activated. So I said, well, might as well, if you're into it for 30, you might as well go 40. And you have to plug it into the certain port and then power it. It has a USB port there to power it, right there on the TV. Storage. Okay, I don't know what you mean by storage. I'm dumb. I can learn, but I'm dumb. I misspelled it. It's supposed to be here. Let's see. Today is the 21st. It's supposed to be here the 30th. Let me see if I got any emails on it yet today. Uh, made for. Okay. Let's see if I can find the link. Copy. All right. This is the one that I bought, or I ordered. I bought it. If I can, okay, I bought the stick fire. Oh man, I didn't have a TV in the living room where I am. Okay, I bought the stick. Okay. Well, folks, not quite been 2 hours. I'm going to jump off of here, save some time for later. You have a great, outstanding day. It's been fun talking to everybody. We didn't bring politics too much into the line of fire today, so it's been good. Bye, all.